This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Yeah. They started here. They know what they're doing. So they're doing that psyops, that psychological warfare they doing on us. Same thing with Nat Turner. Same thing with Patrice Lumumba in the Congo. They destroyed his body. So like I know I talked to one of Megan Evers' close assistants. Her name is Sister Coley Clark. Her husband, Dr. Bernard Lafayette II, one of Dr. King's close lieutenants. She said what killed the movement in Jackson, Mississippi was when they moved Megan Evers' body from Mississippi to Arlington Cemetery. So you need something to rally around, you know, if you're gonna fight these type of wars. Because, you know, even you look at models, you look at like Nathaniel Hale for the American Revolution, he said allegedly that he only regret that he has only one life to give for his country. So you need those type of symbols like the Christmas addicts and you know, the Boston Tea Party massacre and stuff like that. So these symbols are very powerful, and the fact that, you know, they couldn't even say his name on TV. It took black folks to say Denmark VC name on TV. It took theologians to say his name, but the white media would not say his name because they still afraid of their name. That's why they destroyed his body. You know, because Nat Turner was doing the same thing, and you got to think about it. These guys came out the black church. Nat Turner, Harry Tubman, they both ministers. You know, Harry Tubman was a minister. Yeah, black church, they always attack us at our strongest, and the black church has been like one of our strongest haters because of the people we produce. Like I was talking about, like John Coltrane was a jazz musician, but both his grandfathers were A.m.e. ministers. That's why John Coltrane, he's like a minister to me when he's speaking. You know, when you hear John Coltrane, and they got a church dedicated to his music in San Francisco. But you look at Bishop Henry McNeil Turner, he was an A.m.e. minister down in Georgia. He said black folks should defend themselves against the Klan and white terrorism. And he also said that God was black. You know, he said black folks should go back to Africa back in the late 19th century, before Marcus Garvey. So all this came out the black church. You know, this type of power, because you got to think about why was the black church formed? It was because of racism and white supremacy. It's because Arsenal Jones and Richard Allen couldn't worship with the white folks in Philadelphia. That's why they formed the A.m.e. It's like the Negro Leagues. Like, you know, the Negro Leagues were making more money than the Major League was. That's why they brought Jackie Robinson in. To take the money, because, you know, you had white and black folks going to Negro League baseball games. They were making a killing, and all the teams were owned by black folks except for one. Guess who was one? The Kansas City Monarchs. We had Jackie Robinson on the team. The owner was J.L. Wilkinson. He was friends with Branch Rickey, the general manager for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So that was an inside job to take the money out of the black community, because it was a guy named, I want to say his name right, Gus Greenlee. He was a gangster. He was a brother out of Pittsburgh. I call him a gangster because he was a gangster, because he was a businessman. He owned nightclubs, stuff like that. The Pittsburgh Pirates of Major League Baseball would not let his team play at their stadium. So what he did was he raised money to build his own stadium. It was the first black-owned stadium. It cost over $105,000 back in 1931 money. So he built that with black money. So the white folks were like, oh, we can't have no black people have that type of money. Because it was investing in our community. So when they brought Jackie Robinson over, it took all the black stars away from Negro League baseball. Because what Major League Baseball would do when a team took another team's star, that team had to compensate the team that they took the star from. What Major League Baseball did, they took all these black stars from Negro Leagues and never compensated the Negro Leagues for that. So they eventually go bankrupt. So that's how they took money out of the black church and Negro League. Some of the strongest black community stuff was forming those type of institutions. So you think about the black music, you not think about the black church. You think about Nelson Henry was the son of a preacher man. Thomas Dorsey wrote Precious Lord, the father of gospel music. He was a jazz musician. He came out the church. He was the son of a preacher man. So you got, Sam Cooke, come on, Rita Franklin, come on now, Louis Armstrong, A.L.L. Jackson. So really, we've been the backbone. So I'm saying, you look at the history of this church founders was Memphis. I mean, they was burned to the ground. A lot of things happened to the church. You should have reparations based on this alone. Black folks should be self-defense. This is generational terrorism. This is not just a one-time event. They've been terrorizing this church ever since it was, conceived. There's like I said, you should go to the hanging tree. They got a spot where they say they hang Denmark Vesey and them from. It's on a one-way street here in Charleston. They got it preserved. The original tree got cut down because of the disease, but they planted another tree there. It's a big looming tree in the middle of a one-way street where they allegedly hang Denmark Vesey and his co-conspirators.
And that's here in Charleston?
No, it's in Charleston, right. And also Charleston's so black, 40% of the slave Africans that came to America came through Charleston Harbor. This is a very strong black, South Carolina's a very African state. It's like Mississippi or, all those places. I don't mean hold y'all up.
No, because we interested. You got a car?
Yeah, they don't give you my credit, yeah.
Crossville, Tennessee.
Crossville?
Originally from
Okay.
No. But I live in Tennessee.
Yeah. But South Carolina, you look at the Confederate flag, some of the strongest black folks came out of South Carolina. I think about, Mary McLeod Bethune. She's one of the most brilliant and most courageous people we ever produced. I mean, she founded Bethune-Cookman College. A lot of these HBCUs were founded by white people. But she was one of the few that actually founded HBCU, the Bethune-Cookman College down in Florida. She only had like $1.25 in the bank, but yet she was able to acquire real estate. She even faced down the Klan with black girls. They faced down the Klan in Florida, led the nation in lynching for years. See, people always talking about Mississippi and Georgia, but Florida led the nation in lynching for a number of years. And they used to have gator babies. They used to use black babies as bait for gators. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, but why not have our money? See, people don't know that after they got killed that Wednesday, the government cut a check for $29 million to the family on Friday, the victim's family. That means, why did the government do that? Because we need reparations. Black folks need reparations, period. We're doing all this praying, but we need some reparations. They owe us, because anytime, back in the day when they were lynching black folks a day.
But I didn't think that was true.
That is true. Like, anytime they were lynching, they were lynching black folks like a day and a half every time in this country. When they lynched a foreigner that came over here, they had to pay that foreigner's original country government money. So that means if you lynch a Chinese immigrant in South Carolina, the United States government was responsible for paying reparations to that victim's government. So who pays reparations for black people? What government we got? What did Frederick Douglass say? What is the 4th of July to the Negro? He said this back in 1852. You need to read that speech.
It don't mean nothing to black. Why you been saying that? Thank you.
Right, the 13th Amendment, the 13th Amendment never freed us because we was free with him on private prison. We still slaving.
But we celebrate the folks.
We celebrate the hardest. We buy new outfits and stuff. You know how we do it. Y'all need a card, y'all do. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, what did you say about what the day after they were killed? What happened?
The government on Friday, you can look this up, it's in Newsweek, they gave the victim's family, it was 9 of them got killed, they gave them $29 million. That's the federal government did that. Why they give money if they wasn't guilty or something? It's like you got to go to civil trial for something like that. Why would the government give the victim's family $29 million? And also where they caught that guy at, Shelby, North Carolina, that's the birthplace of Thomas Dixon Jr. He wrote The Klansman, which was the foundation for the movie A Birth of a Nation. And he was a minister too. He was good friends with Teddy Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson. He went to school with Woodrow Wilson. And he went to Wake Forest. And he also went to Johns Hopkins with Woodrow Wilson, the future president who approved of the movie Birth of a Nation. That led to the reemergence of the Ku Klux Klan. So Dylan Wolfe was born April 3rd, 1994. His hero, Thomas Dixon Jr., he died April 3rd, 1946. So he went to Shelby, North Carolina. That's where he was born, Thomas Dixon Jr. So they don't talk about that in the news. They only tell you what they want you to know.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of history behind that.
That's what they call him at.
Yeah, but think about it. You see how many cop cars came around here? How couldn't catch him in Charleston? You know, that's 200-something miles away.
Right.
And how can a 5-year-old stay still? And where's the footage at? They got video cameras somewhere around here. How they know that was his car? They never showed us him getting in and out his car.
So what you saying?
I'm saying that it's always an inside job since the days of Jesus. It's always an inside job. That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying that he...
I don't know who did it, but somebody had some motives behind it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do it. Who was holding that camera? Who did that website for him? You know what I'm saying? He didn't do all that by himself.
Right.
Ain't no way, you know. And why the lady said he left me alive so I could tell the world? It's like that white woman up in New York. I would be holding her in prison right now and interrogating her.
Right.
Wait, why he gonna leave you alive for? Are you his girlfriend? I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know who these people are, but I'm saying the questions that the media should be asking, they wasn't asking. They were talking about it was about hate and evil. Why? Give us the facts, and then we'll decide what the hate and evil is. You know, it's like at the Boston Marathon bomber. He said, "Forgive me," and the people in Boston said, "We'll give you the death penalty. We don't forgive you. We're gonna punish you for killing those people." But yet people applaud people here for saying we forgive now, but we don't know what forgive them for what exactly. I want to know why we're forgiving this person. Let's get the facts out there, and then let the people decide for themselves. Should this person be forgiven, or who should be responsible? Really? Because to me, that was assassination. When I first heard it, you know, that was assassination. They used a massacre to cover up assassination. That's what it sounded like to me. And he was like he was on the mind control. He was just like the dude, the Dark Knight shooter, and the Sandy Hook. They all had that same weird stare in their eyes. If you look at those pictures, they all had the interest and look like they were programmed. Because people always say racism is an illness. No, it's a system. It makes black folks sick. You know, that's the cause of the illness. But no.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah. So I guess we could go now.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the